like people that have their own 3D printer at home, they make stuff and sell them at the camps.
Yes.
Like the little kids do.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like the 3D printed things, like the fidgets and the little animals, just all the different little things. So they make, and I buy them. Like I will go, yeah, I'll buy them from them because they're so cute. And then they're like, oh, I'm like, how much? And they're like $5. I'm like, yeah, take my money, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's so cool and cute, and you made it, and they had fun doing it. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
so that will definitely be a potential with that.
Yeah, that's a
Use it
big
that
thing.
way.
I was thinking Pride Fest. We'll be able to make
Yeah.
we'll be able to make our own BUUF anything we want.
Yeah.
Any sort of branded like BUUF object now. Very very exciting about that. We can make trophies. I'm going to make trophies. You're getting a trophy.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm so excited about what I can make for like teacher the recognition. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. And it'll be so quick too. Is the really because how big this is?
Yeah.
We'll be able to make like if we wanted to make something like pins, they're only so big.
Yeah.
So you can make a gazillion of them at once.
Oh, really?
Okay.
They won't melt together?
Not with the precision. Like you have to do it well so they don't melt together. Yes. I mean, sometimes if you're not careful, they'll melt together anyway.
So are they all going to be sitting on the bottom?
So that's a really part of the really cool part. So how this thing works?
It moves to something. It's on like a track. It goes up and down.
Oh, that goes up and down.
This
Right.
goes up, and then this thing right here, that right there is where the nozzle is.
And so it's like that. The base moves up to meet it. and
So
then
the
that goes
stuff,
up.
the plastic comes out of that thing at the back.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you change color, what happens? How do you do
It
that?
just does it.
It just does it.
Oh,
That's one of the reasons I was super excited. This was this because it had the technology I was
really nice
looking
one,
for.
isn't
It is a really nice one.
It is. It was part of a. It was. We got really lucky.
Yeah. You guys
This
did.
is the. I think that the kids. One of the things that I was thinking about would be for to make it a maker space and not just a hey, let's make something on the 3D printers. I was thinking about having them use the 3D printer to make tools to make something else.
Right.
That's very cool.
Like oh, I'm gonna make these crochet hooks.
Cool.
Interesting. It's very interesting. It's a little
It is.
overwhelming to me because I can't even run the computer very well.
I'm not going to try to run it. You
I
already know.
I am tenacious. Okay.
It's wonderful.
All
You're-
you, Rachel.
It's awesome.
It's all you.
I'm a bit of a nerd, and
that's
much
great.
more than
Yeah.
Celia is.
They're like
And
that.
I have,
Kids aren't showing you
ideas
something
about,
that you don't know how to do right. I like your glasses.
Doing
They can
some
make
electronic
friends.
projects
Probably.
and
You 100
making
probably- you're
housings for
probably
those things
100%
like
correct.
a little timer
Right.
for
like if you're
when
missing a part or
water
something.
would turn on and turn off,
Make it.
so you could irrigate.
You know exactly what
Yeah.
this is used for, huh?
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
that
It's
kind of thing is
amazing. That's one of the things that's so exciting is that you can make those little parts yourself. That the being able to fabricate something is
right.
really, really, I think, amazing. Really, really, if you think about the power of production.
Right. The things that, yeah, it's very, gives you possibilities that we've never had before. So it's so cool. I can see it. The kids are going to love it.
The kids, the teenagers.
And I think adults are going to, once they find out what
Right,
it really
that-
is, then all of a sudden things that they had put off, oh, that's never going to happen, then it's within reach. I like that kind of thing.
It is. Unplug it because I don't want
Kids use one.
I don't know. Not in my house, but not at my brother. I don't think they've used my brother's. But my brother is like super nerd and can do anything.
We'll have to invite him over.
Yeah. Fuller like a vacation.
Rachel,
Yeah.
your brother's done a lot of stuff. on movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what time? Like
I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I never really paid much attention to what he said,
I
but
know I have a cousin who is very techy.
yeah.
And he created this 3D like relief of a photograph. And so it
Oh,
was at my uncle's funeral, and it was like my sister's, or my mom and her siblings, so like all 7 of the siblings, and it's like this picture frame, it's like a picture frame, and you set it up and then the light comes through it, but it's
Wow.
like 3D printed.
That's like
It's
art.
a 3D printed
So it's
photograph.
people
That's
in
cool.
family.
Yeah, it's like an off-white ivory color, and it's like 3D printed photograph. And so, but you can only see it when you set it up to the window and the light comes through it.
That's
Oh,
crazy
that is
cool.
so cool.
It's so
That
cool.
is. Yeah,
I was
no,
like, what?
my brother's probably used his to make a bong or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, you know, everybody's got hobbies.
Priorities.
Oh,
Yeah.
these are something that came out?
These right here are 2 video game characters that my brother-in-law 3D printed for me and my husband a long time ago now.
Yeah.
So long. Has to be 6, 7 years ago.
That's not very cool.
And this
So-
one apparently was very hard to print because of all the little finicky details. You see how it's not perfect? There's still little bits that are kind of eh. So one of the things that we'll have to teach the kids also is that you don't always get a perfect print
Here.
each time.
Done?
Yeah,
Take a picture.
yeah, I'm
Let me see that.
That's the
videotaping,
hard one.
Yeah.
Over there.
not
Oh,
taping,
yeah.
but
The face is a little.
the language isn't really
Yeah.
flowing yet, but
He's-
anyway,
he was my favorite character in a video game.
Okay.
can you print those, paint those?
Oh yes, you sure can.
Oh, okay. What kind of paint would you use?
No, that
Probably
depends on the
model
type.
type.
Yeah,
Model.
it
Oh,
depends
okay.
on the type of.
You don't like the ones that come in the
Sure,
jar.
like-
Probably something
Here.
like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that you would use for model
Depends on the
cars.
type of
and-
plastic. Some
Sure.
you do have to be careful because
Oh, it's
the
very
wrong
light.
paint will, like, yeah.
Eat it.
Oh, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Take that.
Right? And things like this, people will be. I'm pretty sure that all he did was download this from online and then put it into his 3D printer. He didn't
Right.
have to do any of the interesting stuff because it wasn't something that was, this was stock. This was a
Right.
character from a
Right.
game. So he didn't need to make that. So it was that easy.
But
And
he
there
had
is
to
a
down-
ton of really cool designs which are just free.
But he had to make a 3D something to put in there to make it.
Mm-mm.
No, the
No, you
program
just
is
download
already,
Yeah.
He
Program.
He downloaded a
The-
flat picture and it came out.
It's a program.
Yeah, it's a program. It wasn't a picture. It was
Like a
it was
program.
yeah.
yeah, the design is held within the program.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone else has done the hard work of.
Exactly.
Right.
They just did.
Yeah.
They just did. They just there's so many cool techie things out. I know there's a guy that has a scanner that that literally he can just scan something and then he has the 3D model. So he scanned some eggs and I was so jealous. he had the best fake eggs ever.
Were they in the shells or?
Oh no. So that was the cool part was that they were like sunny side up.
Oh,
Yeah, I know someone who, like, their vacuum cleaner broke and he made the part.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah, it's
So
things like that.
useful.
That
Yeah.
yeah, are very useful.
yeah.
And this one could actually be more useful than we originally thought too, because I believe that when I was digging through it, that one can actually do some of the like weird types of 3D printing, like the stuff that's stretchy,
Oh.
which is not usual. Usually, it's something that's it stays like that. But I'll have to look into that more because I'm like, okay, this is a list that is a lot more than the 4 that I was looking at, the 4 different types of plastic. I'm like, I don't even know what some of these are. What is the industrial purpose of this particular plastic?
so you have to get the grades 7 to 9 to come in and make something on the printer, and then you can get them into this.
Right?
So,
Right? That's
I like coming.
As long as they're not printing stuff that they learn from.
They might.
3D model. I mean, here's the peanut. I mean,
that actually might be a good teaching aid.
different parts.
You can even make things removable.
Push the boundaries.
Well, you remember those old mannequin models that you like take the side off, you can take out all the parts.
No.
Yeah,
Or
I've
like
seen
a
those.
pregnant belly model where you can
Right.
like take off the belly and there's the baby inside, and then there's the
Oh, that would be nice. That's a nice teaching.
medical models,
Yeah, anatomy models.
anatomy models.
Yeah.
People are
I should have been taking notes on ideas.
I think we got plenty of them.
Or
I think we do too. We got a lot of ideas.
Oh man, that's right. I have. By the way, I have. Like you see how everything's just scattered here. One of the things that I did was, since the facilitator's manual was like this thick, I went through and took out the parts that are only applicable to lore keepers, and I have that for you, Tina.
Okay, good.
I told Tina about it, and I
how
met.
thick is it?
Yeah.
It is.
that's the
It's
thing about
the quick start
documentation.
guide,
There's so
the-
much of it.
this. Like it's much
That's much more
much
manageable.
much
Okay,
more manageable.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need bullet points.
Oh yeah, and then
See the
and
facts.
it answers a lot of the questions that we had with that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's just like learning any other type of game.
Yeah.
As soon as you figure, you know,
Yeah.
you'll.
It'll click at some point.
Hands-on and familiarity.
Kids
worked
teach
a
you.
lot with things. Look at those pieces you have at the Y. You have
Oh,
all those.
yeah. This
Intricate
is a
little
different
pieces.
part of the brain though to me. This doing the game.
Oh yeah.
It's like a different way of thinking that my brain is challenged with.
I'm pretty sure that once you do it for a little bit,
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah.
click because
Yeah.
it's parenting.
Yeah. I'll get it.
It's just kids making stuff up and you reacting. I think that it's gonna be great. I'm very excited to make my voices. I can't wait to give Teapot a voice.
So you'll have little audio files.
I'll be like, oh! No, I'll be playing all the characters.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably one of the things that I'll have to do is go through and make little characters for everybody to hold up when they for the different ones.
Okay.
That'll probably be helpful.
For the ones in this.
Yeah, for like the ones that are in
Like the
the
different
that are
numbers.
in the each one has a little bit of different ones. If we that'll be something. I am gonna write that down right now actually, because I will forget. Did I not bring it?
Do you need a pen? I did. My first has one. I know it does.
Oh, mine does too, actually.
I probably have pencils, pens, paintbrushes here. There was a
Scissors, tweezers,
paintbrushes. I think I meant to take those somewhere.
glue.
No glue.
Give paint.
Just,
Might-
just
might-
paintbrushes.
It might break and run in your purse.
Yeah.
Enamel. Enamel paint.
Enamel paints, yeah. Yeah. Like the ones that come in the little.
Yeah. I used to make model cars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you need it still?
No, I wanted to make sure I wrote that down because I want to make sure
Oh,
that'll be something that I'm sure it'll be a lot easier for you.
You
And
know,
anybody
but I
else.
guess
Look sometimes, I went over and looked before I looked.
Okay.
You're talking about the installation that I have
Yeah.
over there? Yeah.
They're very cool.
But I'll let you know, I did not fabricate all that stuff.
Oh, you didn't?
I was working with somebody who fabricated
Did
everything.
you use a 3D printer?
No, he used regular wood tools. He's like a
Oh,
woodworker.
he carved out.
He just cut it and then I sanded them all and everything.
Wow.
But like, I designed it and then he fabricated everything for
Very
me.
interesting.
Cool.
The
Yeah.
kids over
And
there
then I painted it
are the
all
happiest kids I've ever seen.
at the Y.
After we have our yoga class, my friend and I go out and sit in the lobby.
And watch
The
them.
kids are running back and forth,
Oh,
and
that's
they
so
get
much
their
fun.
parents, and the parents are trying to follow them, and they're just like, and they're 2 or 3 years old. They're like, they're running over, and they're so excited. They love being there, and then they have these gigantic gyms that they put them in, and they have things you can play with in there, and no adult is orchestrating anything. They're running all over and grabbing things and shifting it back and forth. They are just in heaven. It's a much bigger space than it could be at home. You know, and it has these great objects, and then they see you looking in the window and they come over and go, and they show you stuff. It's so much joy.
Kids are fun.
It's really, I have never seen anything like that.
I miss going to the Y. Well, I'll have to start doing that again. I've been wanting to go start working
It's
out.
really fun to sit there and watch them. Or go even and just look in the windows. And then all of a sudden they go. And then another kid sees them come over there, and then they come over and look back and try to figure out all this relationship stuff's going on. And it's very interesting. To me, it's interesting.
And I have a few people in the congregation, which now that we're switching over to lore keepers versus RE teachers, might be a little bit. I know for you, it's more challenging, but it might be easier to get them in. Like I've been talking to Brandon Flowers.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, you might want to come.
I feel like he would be great at it. Did he express any interest?
And he's like, oh yeah, maybe. I did make sure that I grabbed him and talked to him about it.
I feel like he would potentially be a good one for OWL too, an OWL teacher.
He would be a great OWL teacher. I was actually talking about that with Liz.
Yeah, I feel like he would be, because that's what you need is another guy if you did like the older, or you need a woman.
We need it would be optimal to have another guy do it so that we could make sure that we had more likely that we'll be able to cover all or at least most of the classes with both male and female. It's not required. It's required, to have two in there. But
I personally feel like as a parent, I would want a male and a female.
Yeah, I would also prefer that. Just
because
you
you get that
can have
better,
both.
more balanced perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and especially if you have questions. Sometimes there's going to be a question about a woman that you're going to ask the male facilitator, and maybe they're not quite sure how to answer it. I mean, even if they are trained and everything.
But it's just a different experience.
It doesn't carry the same, I feel like, sometimes.
Yeah, lived experience.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have the kids like try to make their characters out from the printer?
There's several, like, they're probably not gonna look like this.
Right. Yeah.
It would be if they made their own original piece and it was this intricate, I would be.
Sure.
I mean, I guess they would be the one that ran the makers spot then. But it'll be easy enough for I believe that while using the shapes that you can put together to make whatever they want, and even if they make a drawing of it, we could definitely try to recreate that. There's so many different ways that we could do it, and they might not be able to stand up depending on what it is.
Right.
Because I think that some of these are I think I was just talking about the mist people.
Yeah. One was a jellyfish.
Jellyfish, the spider,
The glass phoenix.
a pocket moon, crystal fox. I mean, they're going to come up with their own things, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Jelly beans on it. So it'll be fun.
It's very exciting. Doug wants to be here with the printer, right?
Well, maybe at some point, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about your husband?
Oh yeah, he's probably gonna be very excited about it. He'll have to wait in line behind the kids. Kids get priority.
So, age discrimination,
Yeah.
right? Big kids last in line.
But I was looking at how long it takes to do prints, so I don't think that we're gonna have any problem with being able to do several of them. I of course will spend time to babysit it and make sure that the prints get done. But it's actually going to be so much easier than I thought it was going to be. This one in particular, actually you don't have to be around while it's printing. It actually has cameras, and you can watch the print from your phone.
Okay.
Oh, so you can do it remotely.
You can do it remotely.
Okay.
So if I wanted to make sure that some things got printed, I could come, make sure I set it up, go do some groceries, come back here, flip things around, or do some paperwork, and then go and do the next one. It actually won't be that. I was expecting long print times because I remembered from when.
How long would it take to print that in there?
Like this took like 12 hours.
Yeah.
For the old school one.
How long would it take in there though, you think?
Not 12 hours. It could take 2 hours.
Like 2 hours.
There's so many things that go into it
Yeah.
because how fast it goes, you can sacrifice accuracy, and then you get a failed print. So you can try to print really fast.
Okay.
And you can also print really slow.
Okay.
And it may, but like there are prints that just take 20 minutes. There are prints that take a lot less. I remember when my, that would have been Gene, and he was young. He would have been like 5. So like 10 years ago, we waited for a 3D printed bracelet at one of the expos. I'm sure it was actually a maker fair. And it was just a wavy thing that you could go around. It had his name on it, and we had to come back for that after a while for thing that was this big. And now it's like, okay, well, that takes 2 minutes. It's and then before that it took 20. So that's really exciting because I thought things were going to take a lot longer than they actually would. And the best part is that I'm sure everybody's going to be very happy about how good it is on electricity.
So what's this stuff about AI?
That was one of the things that I was that I've had sitting in my back pocket for a while. Since we're going to be doing things with the 3D printer and things like that, it was one of the things that I was going to also do with the kids in the club, which is this was a little bit about AI because this is something that I definitely feel very strongly about.